The hunger. In the woods. Liam Rourke had hiked nearly every trail in the state, but none called to him the way Black Hollow did. He'd heard the stories. Locals muttering about a cursed forest, people who entered and never came back, strange carvings in trees that bled when touched. But he laughed it off. Urban legends, he thought. Folklore to keep kids out of the woods. The warning sign at the trailhead was more theatrical than effective. Entering Black Hollow. Trespassers will be lost. He snapped a photo of it and smiled. Perfect, he muttered, adjusting the straps of his backpack. But the deeper he hiked, the quieter it got. The bird song faded first, then the insects. By the time he reached the ridgeline, even the wind seemed to hold its breath. Something strange. A dead deer hanging from a tree by its back legs, gutted like a hunter's kill. But there were no cuts, just torn flesh, as if something had clawed it open. He backed away. A low cracking sound echoed through the trees behind him.
Probably a raccoon,
He said aloud, but his voice felt too loud, wrong somehow. As if the woods didn't want him speaking. He kept walking for a while before Liam set up camp in a narrow clearing. The stars were hidden behind thick clouds. The woods pressed in around his tent, too close, too dark. The silence was suffocating. At 1:17 a.m., something brushed the tent. He froze. Then, sniffing, something breathing heavily right outside the nylon wall. He saw its shadow, tall, impossibly thin, hunched over. By sunrise, he was gone, running through the forest with no sense of direction. Trees blurred past. The path was gone. His compass spun wildly. And still it followed, just beyond his vision, long limbs moving wrong. Its head twisted toward him, antlers scraping the trees as it moved. He tripped and it stood above him. Its face was like a skull, jaw unhinged, full of long, jagged teeth. Black pits where eyes should be. And in those pits, hunger. He screamed as it reached down. They found his backpack weeks later, shredded and soaked in blood. The trail had no footprints, no scent trail, only a tree 20 feet up with a word carved deep into the bark. Hungry. They never found Liam. But sometimes, when the wind's just right, you can hear something calling from the woods in your own voice.